Was you going to a gym and that, like a boxing gym
I
or?
never flipping heck. I've only started training about a year ago. I've only been boxing training about just over a year. So yeah, there was that allegation of Section 18 again, and that was like the second one within a week, even though the allegation had come from beforehand. It was like a few months previous. I can't remember when the allegation was for, but anyway, moving on from that, like, obviously I had that hanging over my head for a long time, which obviously from the start of our relationship and that, I didn't know what on earth the future was going to hold, so it held back from me massively. But like I said, that was me slipping back down that path, just the wrong situations. And then I was out in town again, and the head doorman of the pub, he's called Daz Moffat. I don't know if you ever saw Quarantine Fight Club through lockdown, QFC they called it.
Right, yeah.
Did you see it?
I've seen all kinds of fucking things.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to call him, mastermind or Daz, he was a mastermind behind QFC. He started working as head doorman on Yates's in Halifax, where he used to drink frequently. And obviously through Quarantine Fight Club being on the internet, me and my mate Louis would walk around, we were going, I'm going to fight Louis. There's a video I'm going to fight Louis on the Quarantine Fight Club, my best mate. I'm going to laugh. And Dad was like, well, I see you fighting all the time in town, Dyson, and you're drinking and you're getting nowhere and you're just getting arrested. He's like, he's like, I'll actually get you a fight. And obviously I'm smashed out, mate. I'm drinking Long Island iced teas going, yeah, I'll fight anyone, me. Look at size of me. Then he rung me, stuck it on my toes one morning, and a few people have probably heard this 1,000 times, but he rung me in the morning, he goes, Dyson, would you like a novice boxing match in Birmingham? So I'm like, yeah, well, I've never been. For boxing match is a fight, innit? You're just going to punch each other and someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. I didn't really think that much into it. I just thought, yeah, I'm going to have a fight and get paid for it. So me and my mate Louis again jumped in car, went to Birmingham, got to this show, didn't acknowledge the cage in the middle of the flipping venue. Didn't realise that there was a cage and not a boxing ring. That's how ignorant I was to all this. Like I told you before this.
And is this your first one, is it?
Yeah. I'd never watched, I've told you this before we did start this. I never even watched sport. I don't watch sport. It doesn't interest me. Football, fighting, anything. Yeah. So I didn't know the difference between a cage and a ring or a dog kennel. So I'm stood in the back, honestly, I'm stood at the back of this show and everyone can vouch for me and there's 1,000 people. Obviously, everything I say is 100% legit and fact and I've been through it, bro. Like, I don't need to lie, I've said this, I don't need to lie. People can back up everything I say. So I stood in the back room and they're all going, oh, who's a pro MMA? Who's a pro MMA? Pro MMA could have been an STI for all I knew back then, bro, honestly. Do you know? So I'm sat there just going... just looking around away from boxing gloves, and next thing, bro, they're all looking at me. I'm like, whoa, what's this pro MMA? You know what I mean? Still didn't have a clue. Yeah, well, Daz and Wheater turned up front venue, because obviously I've just been there with my best mate. They've been at another fight venue with a load more fighters. They turned up here just in time. Co-main event, pro MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I were about 80 kg, you were about 120. Absolute mismatch to death. Shout out to Daz and Wheater. Couldn't have done it without your setups, bro. Because I couldn't, no matter what. All these situations that I got put in, I wouldn't be where I am, would I? So yeah, I went in, I won first round.
Fuck off.
I smashed him clean up on Halloween. Obviously, that's no disrespect to Kenny Kington, who sent me a message and then never unsent it, and I never got to see what it was. I was well stressed. I was undefeated in pro MMA for like a week. And then Daz and Wheater got me back out. Because obviously, once I'd won that fight...
What was that like, though, Luke? You've gone to a venue, it's fucking 1,000 people in there.
Oh, was it?
You've gone from Halifax to Birmingham. And it's rammed.
Didn't have a clue.
What's the adrenaline like, mate?
Didn't have a clue. I got... Bro, honestly, I'll send you the video again. So they're going, obviously I was a bit disrespectful. Obviously, I'd never been involved in combat sport. I didn't understand the respect and the humility of it. I was completely ignorant to anything. So I was a bit like, oh, look at his face. And it was a bit tight, So I do sincerely apologise if you do ever watch this, which I doubt you will, because you probably got me blocked on everything. But I'd block me if that was me, You imagine Dyson coming in off the streets and doing that to me, like... So yeah, they were like, oh, he's won. Like, doesn't we? They're that used to not having fighters that are winning. They're going, has he won? He's won. And they're like, oh, he's flipping won. And then I'm just walking around like in the middle of the cage.
You get paid in that way?
Yeah, bro. So they come over, they give me a big fucking trophy. I got a picture because I went to the bar and I said, they give me a big trophy. I still got it. I said, fill that full of JD. And they did. And I went, boop, boop, boop. And then they come over, give me a load of cash. And I was like, I've just hurt someone.
And you
I ain't going to jail.
And you're getting paid.
I ain't rough. I'm going home and I've been paid. And then I went out and I posted a video on my Facebook. And everyone's knowing. I fucking clue. I didn't even know we were going to do it. Never mind anyone else. Everyone was like,
did it go viral?
Yeah, well, not viral, but like, it was like, everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Where the fuck have you?
Where's he come from?
Like, what? Dyson, when did you become a UFC fighter? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, everyone gets confused. Aren't they? Like, you're a cage fighter? I was like, well, no. I was like, I just went and had a scrap and somehow won. And then, but I think from there, I think people just jump. Obviously, I look the packs. I was in the gym all the time. Do you know what I mean? I come with the right energy. Win or lose, I always come with the same energy. So
from that fight, Luke, where did it take you from Birmingham?
Every single weekend, bro, out then, after that. Every single weekend, 2-3 times a weekend, literally from day one, bro. That was
people ringing you up?
Straight on, mate. As soon as Dyson Wheater put that footage up and everyone was seeing, like, who's this at Dyson Wheater? Because obviously they're renowned for, like, all across the country for supplying fighters. And they were like, flipping out, this Dyson. Whether it was because I look good. So when their guy beat me, it was like, flipping heck, yeah, our guys just beat Dyson, look at the size of him. Or whether I beat their guy and they're like, well, yeah, look at the size of him, he's just beat our guy. Do you know what I mean? So either way, I'd look all right for the show, don't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was just and I always just come to try my best, bro. Obviously,
yeah.
I've lost. There's a few pivotal fights I've had, bro, where I crumbled. I was on D-Day once, fought a guy called Jamie Jones. I shouldn't have been in there. I had no situation. Well, there's a few fights I had no reason being there, but with Jamie, it was, I was out of my depth. I turned up into a situation. I was unaware and ignorant of what I was getting myself into. And I come across a real fighting man. I've got no shame in saying that. I come across a real fighting man who was there to stand on his business. I walked in, he was there, raring to go, ready. He put it straight on my toes as soon as... Obviously, I was basically a virgin. I'd still never trained. Like, no disrespect to Jamie, because I got offered a fight and I took it. And he came up to do what he came up to do, bro. And he stuck it straight on my toes. But I was just still so ignorant and new to the fight game, and it was a whole new reality to me.
But that's what I was going to say to you. You know, look, you know, like the likes of these guys who you're talking about, you've got the utmost respect for, which you have, and that's what I like about you, though, Luke, because, you know, in this, you see a lot of people calling people out, and it does get personal, and you see it, and it gets nasty and stuff like that. And listen, it takes a lot of bollocks for anyone to go and have a straightener or whatever the circumstance. But like you're saying, if this is all licensed or it's, you know, it's legit and stuff like that. But you even saying about the gentleman there who you've gone and fought, and he was fucking, it was his, but you've gone and, but that's your mentality is, I'm not backing down here, which you get. But then I think as you're getting older now and wiser and stuff like that, and your missus is saying to you, Luke, you know what, maybe fucking take it. And it's not with disrespect, you've got to think about, you know, 141 fights it'll be by when this goes out. Fuck me, mate, that's some going. And like you're man enough to, where you get people who go into fights, I never lost that. When you look at boxing or you see something, you go, there's loads. Here's an example, you see, remember when Jack Catchell fought, what's the name? Taylor. It was you wouldn't have a clue.
I don't have a clue, bro. I told you. I'm sorry. I do apologise.
I remember Jack Catchell fought, what's the name? Josh Taylor. And everyone could see Jack Catchell beat him. And it was a fucking travesty. And it was just like, wow. And then when you look back at it, you think to yourself, you know, come on, you've been beat fair and square and whatever. But to go and do that, I mean, 141 fights, Luke. That's some fucking going.
The thing is with the Jamie Jones thing, it was a pivotal moment in my fight career because I fell apart, bro. He scared me that bad. You're big enough to admit that, because people who watch you and people who look up to you, and you do get a lot of people who admire you and look up to you, and for you to speak, because everyone gets nervous, mate. You know, you could go,
you know, you can go and you can walk into a job interview or whatever, and you get nervous.
Flipping heck, I stand in the queue at Argos and I'm in bits, bro. Trust me, people don't. And I am a nervous wreck all the time, most of the time, bro.